When we got our first four-wheel drive, an old farm Hilux that was about 20 years old with nearly 400,000 kilometres on it, I remember having a pretty simple but kind of profound realisation. This thing could take us places we had never been before.
So this is the setup so far. There he goes. Time to take on Australia.
Growing up, I always knew I wanted to travel properly at least once in my life. Not just a few weeks here and there, but real travel. The goal was always 12 months or more on the road. And suddenly, sitting in this old Hilux, I realised we had the tool that could actually make that happen. What I didn't realise at the time was that this tool wouldn't just help us travel, it would completely change the direction of our lives. When we finally set off on what every Aussie calls the big lap, something unexpected happened. It was a first for us in the sense that we had the time to really pour ourselves into something we love, photography and videography. What we were doing back then honestly wasn't anything special, but the places we were going were. They were inspiring enough that we just wanted to keep shooting, keep learning, keep improving. And over time, that hobby slowly turned into something more. Eventually, it turned into a life where we really never had to go back to what most people would call a normal job. One of the things I've always loved about vehicles built for travel is that every modification expands what they're capable of. The fridge means we can stay out longer with fresh food. Storage systems make daily life easier. Upgrades give us the confidence to push just that little bit further each trip. None of it is really about the gear itself, it's about what the gear allows you to do. The vehicle becomes a tool, and everything added to it just makes the tool more capable. And the funny thing is, these setups don't just help us go to remote places. They help us work, they help us create, they help us meet people, they help us live day-to-day life, even if it's just a grocery run. They're part-time adventure vehicle, part workspace, part home, part meeting place. We honestly owe a lot of what we do now to the tools that make our lifestyle possible. That's how I've come to look at our four-wheel drives. They were tools that opened doors, but somewhere along the way, they became something more than that. They became the things that make our ideal life possible. They didn't just help us go further off the map, they helped us step a little bit outside the normal path entirely. And it turns out, that's exactly where we were meant to be.